Now recording.
Oh yeah, this is the one that everyone loved whenever it came out.
Yeah, I like it. It's not too much low files, a mixture of both the singing.
Yeah, a lot of people were like comparing it to like Little Peep and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, this type beat I would have to write for. If I was gonna rap on, I would literally have to write some. I can't freestyle it. I don't think freestyle is doing no justice. You would have to write to it. Okay. Yo, it's Chop It Up Podcast, man. This your boy Hawklyfe. I got another good interview for you today, man. What you just heard was Lights Out by my special guest, music producer, independent music producer, the one and only Addux. Addux, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know where you're from. Getting better.
So I'm from I'm obviously United States music producer, but I'm actually from a very unnormal place, Louisiana, right? So I actually started making music since I was 14, and I'm still going. And I actually don't have a plan. I actually don't have plans to stop. I have plans to just keep on building up.
Okay.
I have so much stuff planned. Hmm.
That's crazy, man. First and foremost, I'm gonna say this. This is my first Louisiana interview, and everybody that knows me know I'm from New Orleans. So
Are
this is
you really?
yeah. So this is one of the interviews I was waiting on to have to sit down with somebody from where I'm from, because I definitely that's my main goal, to put on people where I'm from Louisiana, from down south. So this is crazy, man. I interviewed everybody. Finally, got somebody from my state in here. Finally, we're gonna talk, man. What part of Louisiana you from? I'm gonna say Lafayette, maybe somewhere up there, maybe.
I'm around the Lake Charles area,
Okay.
southwest or
Okay.
not south. Wait, yeah, southwest.
Cool. Yeah, I just stayed around the Lake Charles, Homer. I just stayed everywhere. I mean, I just stayed all over Louisiana pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we gonna get it's good to have you. You got such an eclectic sound when it comes to your beats that you make. I'm curious to see the process that you go through making the beats and what inspire you and all that. But first, we're gonna go through some of the beats, and you can just kind of tell us what the creative process was like making it. Uh,
Alrighty.
the first beat I got is This Raven. If I said it right, This Raven, Be Chill.
Oh, this Raven to be chill. Okay, so the process for that song.
Mhm.
So there is a music creator called Eliminate, and he actually does a live stream every single week, where he does this thing called Audio Combat, and everyone it's like up to like 50 to 100 people around there, something like that. They take a sample and they turn that sample into a song of their choice. It can be hybrid trap, it can be lo-fi, it can be any genre. Well, I decided to join in, and I was actually really lucky, and I made that. It's like 75% the sample, and it's really hard to figure out what's the sample, but it's the bass is the sample, the ambience is the sample, the drums is the sample. The only thing that's in the sample is the saxophone and the piano. Everything else is a Raven.
Okay, that's crazy. Um, Tell us a little bit about Paranoid.
Paranoid is probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever made in my entire life. Whenever I was in a record label called Infamous Juice, I actually released Let Go, the entire EP that involved Paranoid, uh, on like Spotify everywhere. and that Paranoid came out to be my came out to be my most popular song, reaching over 4,000 plays.
Yeah. That's I can see it. I can see it. I do a lot of ciphers and stuff like that, and we always looking for beats and producers to make beats for that, man. And it's crazy. You got a lot of nice beats. I see you do a lot of lo-fi or in between.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they all have a nice flow rhythmically. I feel it's well put together. Um, so I'm curious to see what you got going 2 to 3 years from now. Getting in the studio, be a mad scientist. What kind of things in the studio inspire you? What, like, is it a sound? Is it a feeling? Is it a vibe?
So like what really leads me to like make my music is pure emotion. Pure emotion. Like if I am like, not just having a good day, but I'm still feeling like making music or something like that,
Yeah.
then I'll make something that's like pretty mono, that's in like minor, and all that kind of stuff, like slow and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm feeling like pretty happy or stuff like that, then I'll make like Paranoid.
Absolutely. Like Paranoid is one of those projects where I can, like I said, like I don't feel like I can freestyle to that. I would have to write to it. It doesn't does it justice. I got to give
Yeah.
it the same time you put into it. That's how I feel. Like when I hear good beats, I feel like I had to put the same time and therapy into like the person who made it. Because I don't know how to make beats, but I do a lot of video editing and stuff like that. But I feel like that when it comes to good beats. Talk about Sky.
Sky. Oh, that one. Okay. So that one, that I don't really remember that. I don't really remember much of Sky, but I just remember hearing a loop of a sampled voice,
Mm-hmm.
and I can really just I just took that and I just built upon it over and over and over. Um, just trying to see the best I can do with that, and eventually it turned into Sky.
Mm. If there was any artist that you could collab with and possibly make a beat for, who would it be?
Ooh. I get asked this a lot.
Mm.
Um, so there's ooh.
There's a lot to choose, but
You're fine. Oh my god. Okay.
you can curse on here. Trust me, you can curse on.
So there's a singer that I enjoy very much because I emotionally connect with him.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Corey Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
and
Corey Taylor.
I would love to collab with him.
Yeah, cause I can see somebody getting on there singing a love song or a little bit of a sad song. I could see a Rod Wave on one of your type beats. I could see Rod Wave getting on and jumping on it and doing some crazy shit. Definitely when he come out the studio, it's gonna be a platinum hit, but some crazy shit. I feel like that's his warehouse, the beats you make. So I get it. Him, artists like him, Tory Lanez, who also sing. I feel like that's their warehouse as far as the way you present your beats, most of them. Um, yeah, man, that's dope. That's crazy. Shout out Corey, man. One of the beats I liked it um was Falling Leaves.
Falling Leaves. So you're talking about the song or the album?
The album as
The
a
album as a whole. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the Falling Leaves is actually it's actually a love album, to be
Mm,
honest with you. So I was in a relationship with a girl, right? And she told me that she enjoyed listening to my music to help her fall asleep because she had a lot of like mental issues with when it comes to like the dark and trying to fall asleep and all that kind of stuff, and
Mm.
hearing that that my lo-fi type stuff helped her fall asleep, I was like, you know what? There's not a lot of that song. There's not a lot of those kind of songs. So I'm just gonna make an entire album dedicated to it. And then that's
Absolutely.
where that's where Falling Leaves came out. And actually, if you look deep into the album picture, you can actually see a figure, and that's actually the girl who the album was dedicated to.
That's dope. That's dope. So you would say, yeah, making music is an outlet for you.
It's very much about it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I started making music. I started with poetry and everything. It was definitely an outlet, um, and I was able to vent without offending somebody. That's what I call it, venting without offending. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt because I used to have, I had some bad ones, had some good relationships, and I wanted to see you, you bitch, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that was my way of venting without disrespecting somebody. I think it's always good to have an outlet to your music because the best creations come when you're emotional. So definitely, that is a dope scenario. I didn't expect that. That's crazy. Roses.
Roses. Ooh, I'll have to scroll down and find that one. Roses.
Roses are forever. Oh, side note, y'all out there in YouTube land, y'all know it's our road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Subscribe, lock yourself in, cause at 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna have a big old giveaway, big old gift card giveaway. Y'all know. So it's the road to 1,000, man. I appreciate all the support over the last 6 months. And without y'all, we couldn't have got to 500 subscribers or close. We close. We ain't all the way there, but we close. And we couldn't do it without y'all. You know what I'm saying? So keep on supporting the movement. Crazy. Accidental movement at that. Crazy. Oh,
So
yeah.
Roses. That's the final song that I made for Let Go. Um, so like for the other three songs, Paranoid Sky and Alone, that kind of took a lot of energy out of me. So Roses was kind of, if you kind of pay attention, it's kind of a little slacking. But I tried to do something a little different, like with the orchestral drums and all that kind of stuff, and like a little bit like the chorus and all that kind of stuff. Roses is not, in my opinion, is not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it still deserves to be in Let Go. But yeah, it wasn't a memorizing experience to make Roses,
Yeah.
but it
Uh,
was it was definitely.
yeah. I heard you say like there was some piano parts and songs that were actually the real deal. So how many instruments do you actually play?
Okay, so I've been playing the piano, which I actually have right next to me. I've been playing for since I was like 11 or 12. So I've been playing it for 5 to 6 years now. Okay, so like I also have a guitar. I have like four guitars, and I actually don't have them with me because I used to live in Louisiana. I'm currently in Oklahoma right now, but I used to live in Louisiana, and back in September of 2020, if anyone remembers, Louisiana got hit by a Category 4 hurricane called Hurricane Laura, which was 5 miles per hour under being a Category 5. Well, my hometown, which was the town that I was living in, actually got struck like dead on by the hurricane,
Yeah.
and it ruined everything. It ruined my mental state. It ruined my hometown. Ruined the nearby towns, especially Lake Charles.
Mm.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was bad last year.
It was really bad. But
Mm.
yeah, so I moved. So during like the middle of that, because I eventually just gave up and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I eventually gave up and moved out here with my sister out here in Oklahoma.
Mm.
And to be my surprise, they went from having to deal with hurricanes to having to deal with snow because it's a foot of snow outside right now.
Yeah.
So I hurry up and grabbed all my like computer equipment and all that kind of stuff. I didn't bring any instruments with me, sadly,
Yeah.
but you know, thank God she had a piano right here.
Yeah.
So I kind of just took that over and took whatever I can, and now I'm just working on just whatever I can.
Yeah. What that's crazy. I probably had to get to the play a little bit later, but what artists inspire you musically?
You see, it isn't there isn't really for me. It ain't really artists that inspire me.
Mm.
It's I don't know how to explain this. It's sounds, it's
Mm.
thoughts, it's environments, and all that kind of stuff that inspires me to make music. It's ideas
Yeah.
more than as artists because I used to not listen to anyone.
Yeah.
I used to just make music just to have something to listen to for myself.
Yeah.
Only recently, I've actually started listening to music that isn't mine, and I'm starting to get back into my, like heavy metal phase and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. With heavy metal, gotta have a little metal, gotta have a little bit of every genre in your playlist is a good thing. Um, because I surprise people when they hear my playlist and I country music in it. You gotta have at least one song. I mean, even if you don't know all the words, how would you how would you describe your growth from when you first started making beats to now?
um, Surprising because I used to go from legitimately making absolute garbage, like absolute garbage.
Mhm.
On my SoundCloud, I have tons of tracks that are privated, and what I used to do was actually make songs with it was like bunch of sampled stuff, unoriginal melodies and all that kind of stuff. I
Yeah,
would use like mini packs and all that kind of stuff. And what I would do for the drummings and all that kind of stuff, I would use the Ableton like metal drums, basically. So it was like heavy metal drumming or heavy metal drums on top of like synths, like techno synths and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
So those mixed together did not really create a big feel or did not create a good feeling. And then on top of that, I had the drums set to max volume. So like it was just disgusting. So I eventually took a break from music and then just calmed down, did a lot of practicing. It eventually came up with a song called Waves. I came up with a song called Waves, and Waves is actually where the Waves is actually where it came from, where I went from wanting to make music to I actually do make music.
okay. Um, the like I see your growth myself. I feel like it was a big improvement from when you started to you. It's more. I tell people when it comes to creating, especially music and anything basically that you do, when you start off, there's no foundation, but as it goes along, you can see the structure. You can see it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 process. 1, 2, 3, 4 process. Repetitive, but it works. You get comfortable. You can tell when you got comfortable, you took more risk in the beats. Um, I just find it quite interesting. I have never been a person to make beats. I can't figure out for the life of me how I would start. But I always had a good eye for beats. Who- okay, say I got a track. Say you making a track, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
want to do something that's fun, up tempo club banger, but with a melodic low flow. Like, how would you approach it?
Ooh, how would I approach that? Okay, so um, when it comes to like changing emotions from being something that's like sad to going to something that's really upbeat, you want to make a really good transaction. You want to make like a stupid good transaction. You don't just want to have like a white noise that just goes up and then changes everything. uh I would really, in all reality, kind of go from that, of going from, the sad part to doing a breakdown, and then, or a build up, one or the other, and then have that, switch to the like the fundamental, like the nice, juicy part of the song.
One of the greatest music producers of all time is DJ Khaled. I feel like if DJ Khaled came and said, "Well, let's produce some music together," like, well, how you think that experience would be? Because Khaled, he crazy with the beats, man. You got Cali, you got Swiss Beats, man. You got so many crazy producers. And what I like about you is similar to myself. Like, I listen to all this music, but not as much as I listen to my own, because I'm too busy trying to figure out what changes I need to be made. I'm sort of a perfectionist when it comes to my music. So would you say that when it comes to your creating, you sort of a perfectionist, or you be content once you got a project complete, you feel like you did everything you possibly could do to it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I used to be like, where I would have a certain where I had a certain time period where I would be like give myself like a week or two to do this entire song,
Yeah.
and I would like force myself to make music. Um, that's not a good idea to
Mm.
do that. You want to take your time,
Yeah.
but usually, like right now, I'm definitely taking my time. I'm working on a remix right now, and the more time you take and the more that you focus on, uh, like you said, perfecting it,
Yeah.
uh, the better it's going to get.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. I always think that. I always feel like I even when others are content with the God, I'm cool with that too. I just know me. I'm a professional. I will find something wrong. Literally, it could be nothing wrong. I'm gonna find something. It could be a little tweak, anything. You know.
Same here. I am guilty of that.
Yeah, definitely. I I think I'd be having the sound engineer mad if I'm in the studio. It might be 6, 7, 8 hours. Some been done in the first hour, but we still working on all the intricacies 6 hours later because I still feel like something wrong. But that's just the mentality of just wanting to put out good music for other people. What do you want the fans to take from the product that you put out?
Really, to so like I said before, like my music is like to express my feelings and all that kind of stuff. Um, but whenever it comes to people, trying to get a message from the stuff that I make, it's more of just trying to. That's a hard one. Man, okay. I actually never got asked that, and I never really thought about that. Ooh, you stumped me right there.
Yeah. Everybody. I just feel like that. I don't know. I just feel like whether it's making a beat, making a song, if I can leave the audience satisfied at the end of the day, you know, with what I'm putting out, that's a good thing for me. I ask everybody because I be curious. I be wanting to know. Some people like I just like to put out good music. And I never really, expect nothing from it, but I just rather put out good music. But in this day and in this generation, a lot of the fans and stuff is easily influenced. So with your type of music, to me, in my point of view, if I was listening to it and I was going through a point where I was going through a lot of these nerves, it's very calming and nostalgic. I can be calm and probably calm me down, bring me to a space, where I can focus. You know, if I had to say, that's what I would say. It brings a person a type of peace, a satisfactory type of peace. Well, if you're going through something, calm down, put it on. It's like listening to opera, but it's not opera. You know, that might be a bad analogy, but I don't think I would sit there and listen to opera anyhow because I ain't got time for all that screaming. But just that low tone in the uh the music, it works. It's oddly satisfying to me. So that's just I don't know. That's just me, maybe because I'm a music guy and I didn't hear 1,000 beats, but it's oddly satisfying, especially when it's on that low cut and it's not high tempo, it's not up tempo so much. It works. Um, Tell the people on all social media platforms they can find you.
They can find me legitimately anywhere. I'm currently working on, getting back up on my feet whenever it comes to Spotify and all that kind of stuff, because I left Infamous Juice, so we kind of had to come to a mutual agreement to kind of take down my music on their platform.
Oh wow.
It ain't nothing bad. I still have the ISRCs, so whenever I'm ready, I'm able to put those musics back up, and all the statistics are just back to normal.
Yeah, because I had Infamous on for an interview.
Yeah,
It's,
he's
yeah, nice guy.
Neon.
Yeah,
Neon actually, he actually told me about you, and
yeah,
I was like, okay, I'll message him. Yeah,
yeah.
uh, but yeah, they can find me anywhere. They can find me on Twitter, Instagram. They could find me YouTube. Like legitimately, I don't care. They can message me on Discord if they want to. It does not matter.
Absolutely, man. Support this artist, this producer. Support him on all platforms. All platforms. You might hear some of the biggest artists singing and rapping on his songs in the future. So don't miss the train before it even must take off. Cause we don't like bandwagons. That's all I'm saying. Now, uh, like I said, follow Battle Rap Kingdom on all streaming platforms. We on YouTube. We on the podcast is on all streaming platforms. Everything from Anchor to Spotify. We everywhere. Support the movie. Support what he's doing. It's a pleasure having support what Addux is doing. It's a pleasure having you on, music producer Addux from my state, Louisiana. Yeah, we do have some talent down here. I'm hoping, looking forward to getting a couple more Louisiana artists on this podcast, man. Because I didn't interview people from New York, Canada, Russia, Australia, UK. It's been a journey. I've met so many cool and talented people. So it's good to know that there's good, talented people in the backyard, which I know they're there. I just want them to come outside and play. Stop being scared. That's all I'm saying. It's, but big shout outs to you, man. Like I said, appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, my dude.
Definitely, definitely. It's the Chop It Up podcast. It's your boy Hawklyfe. Chop, chop, chop it up. Let's talk.